Alright, folks, welcome to What Is It? The video series where we break down video game genres, even if you've been living under a rock or maybe just playing Candy Crush for 10 years, you'll finally get what gamers are always yelling about. We're going to cover everything from games where you build castles out of blocks to games where a giant monster crushes you 47 times in a row until you cry yourself to sleep. By the end of this, you'll be able to drop words like Soulslike or Metroidvania at a party and actually sound like you know what you're talking about. So grab your imaginary controller and let's dive in. Roguelike, what is it? It's the video game equivalent of being thrown into a random maze with no map, no instructions, and every time you die, someone hits the reset button. These games are merciless. The dungeons, enemies, and even treasures are completely random every run. And the worst part, death is permanent. You die. That's it. No checkpoint, no save file, just pain. Think Spelunky 2, like Indiana Jones, but with more random boulders crushing your skull. Or The Binding of Isaac, where half of the time you don't even know if you just picked up a superpower or a curse. Why do people play? Because victory feels legendary. When you finally beat that dungeon after 27 humiliating deaths, it feels like winning an Olympic medal. Except nobody's clapping, and your mom still thinks you're wasting time. A beginner tip: don't get attached to your loot. In roguelikes, that shiny sword is basically on loan. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's going to be gone the moment you sneeze wrong. Roguelite. What is it? Imagine roguelike but with a safety net. You still get randomized worlds, you still die a lot, but the game throws you a bone. Some of your upgrades carry over between runs. Basically, you get to fail, but fail forward. Hades is the poster child here. Every time you get roasted by the god of the underworld, you come back sassier and stronger. Dead Cells lets you unlock weapons and mutations that stick around, even if you got clobbered by the tutorial enemy. Why do people play? It's punishment with progress. You still get the thrill of anything can happen, but you don't feel like the game is laughing at you. A beginner tip: don't rage quit after a bad run. In roguelites, every failure is secretly a win. You're unlocking cool stuff for next time, even if you went out like a chump. Soulslike, what is it? It's a genre built entirely on the phrase, get good. These games are brutally tough, slow, and deliberate. Every swing of your sword counts, and if you mess up, you're dead. Elden Ring has you fighting bosses the size of skyscrapers, and just when you think you've got them, boom, stomped into the dirt. Bloodborne makes it scarier and fast paced horror monsters. And Sekiro says, hey, let's throw in parries and make you cry harder. Why do people play? Because victory tastes better after suffering. Defeating a Souls like boss after 37 attempts feels like climbing Mount Everest, except Everest doesn't respawn and kill you again. A beginner tip: patience. Don't button mash. In Souls like, button mashing is basically writing your death certificate. Metroidvania. What is it? It's an adventure where the game says, nope, you can't go here yet. Come back with the right toy. You explore a massive map, constantly hitting blocked paths until you unlock new powers that let you go back and access new areas. Ori and the Will of the Wisps makes it beautiful and fluid movement in a magical forest. Hollow Knight turns it into an eerie bug kingdom full of secrets. Bloodstained goes full gothic with castles, monsters, and spells. Why do people play? Because it's the ultimate aha genre. That locked door you saw 3 hours ago, now you've got a double jump. Boom! And suddenly the map opens like a puzzle box. A beginner tip: don't ignore the dead ends. In Metroidvanias, dead ends are just future paths waiting for your upgrade. Looter shooter, what is it? Guns plus loot equals happiness. You shoot enemies and they explode into piles of shiny gear. The better the loot, the stronger you get. And then you shoot more enemies. It's a beautiful cycle. Destiny 2 is the king here, with raids, space magic, and gear that makes your friends jealous. Borderlands 3 goes nuts. Guns that shoot bullets, rockets, lasers, and sometimes cheeseburgers. Why do people play? Because loot is addictive? That purple or gold gun drop hits the brain like candy. You keep grinding because just one more run might give you that perfect weapon. A beginner tip: don't hoard junk. Every shooter has a backpack limit. Sell your old potato guns. Keep the spicy loot. Deck builder, what is it? It's like playing poker, except your deck is filled with swords, spells, and occasionally demon summoning nonsense. You build a deck of cards and use them to strategize your way through enemies. Slay the Spire is the king, where you chain cards into ridiculous combos. Monster Train throws in multi level madness with demons on elevators. Why do people play? Because every run feels like building your own little war machine. One minute you're flopping, the next you've got 10 card combo that melts everything. A beginner tip: don't just pick cool looking cards. Think about combos. A weak card in the right combo can break the game. And there you have it, a crash course in gaming genres. Explain like you've never touched a controller in your life. Now, the next time your gamer friend says, I'm stuck in a roguelike, you won't say bless you. When someone mentions a MOBA, you won't ask if it's some kind of desert. Remember, genres are just categories to help us understand the chaos that is gaming. Whether you love grinding for loot, building entire cities, or just jumping over pits of lava while screaming, there's a game genre out there for you. So, what did we learn today? Games are weird, wonderful, and occasionally soul crushing. But most importantly, they're fun. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe for more gamer explainers, and let me know in the comments which genre is your favorite and which one are you never touching, not even if someone paid you. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter the genre, don't rage quit.